What's going on, you guys? So I'm back with some more resistance band training for you guys. So today we're going to be hitting our biceps and our back. Okay, so this workout is going to target your biceps and your back with a resistance band. So if you have access to resistance bands, get them. You know what, let's get right to this, man. This is going to be a fun one because it's one of my favorite styles of training, hybrid. Because when I train with hybrid, it makes lightweight seem a little heavier because you're doing multiple workouts in one. So 2 workouts count for 1 rep. Keep that in mind when you're doing this. Let's get right to this, fam. Okay, so here we go. For our first workout here, we've got some lean and rows X pulls. 4 sets, 10 repetitions each. Go ahead and use whatever resistance band levels are comfortable for you, or stack them up, for something more challenging. So for this one, you want to start in a leaning position, holding both bands past the handles to create more tension. So the goal is to create more tension before you pull. Okay, for the first tip here, you want to complete 1 rep of band pulls by bringing your body up and flexing your back at the top of it. For the second part of the hybrid, you want to complete 1 rep of lean and rows by leaning forward and, basically rowing the bands. Here's a tip for you guys. So you want to make sure that your back is doing the lifting instead of your arms. So they should only act as a grip. I mean your arms, by the way. So they shouldn't do anything else but act as a grip when you're doing the first exercise. So for the second one right here, you want to bring your elbows up and squeeze your back at the top of each rep. Very important. This squeeze is necessary. You got to flex that back right there. One more tip you should know for this one: you should keep your head up and your face forward, as well as control it. So breathe in during pulls and out when you release. Here's a tip that applies to every exercise in this. You want to take 45 seconds to 1 minute break between each set, and you want to take 1 minute break between each exercise. Next up here, we've got some bicep curls. So neutral X in, 4 sets, 10 repetitions. Just like the rest of the workouts in this, you want to make sure that you're using resistance bands you're comfortable with and stacking them for more challenging workouts. So with this one, you want to start with an underhand neutral grip. Make sure there is enough tension in the bands before curling. If there's not enough tension, then you adjust your foot to make sure there's enough tension. Here's a tip for you guys. You want to do a bicep curl by curling the band up until you feel the tension in your arm. Here's another tip for you guys. You want to twist and rotate your arm inwards and do another curl to complete the hybrid. So that's how you will complete 1 rep of the hybrid, is by doing, each individual exercise in the hybrid to make for 1 rep. Here's some more tips for you guys. You want to make sure that your elbows remain in the same position throughout the entire exercise. So throughout both different varieties, you want to keep your elbows in the same position. Here's another one for you guys right here. You want to make sure that you twist your arm all the way towards your chest before doing the inward curl. Okay, here's the final tip for this workout. You want to make sure that you keep your back straight throughout, and you also want to control your breathing. Don't forget, breathe in when you pull and breathe out when you release the bands, or when you release tension on the bands. Back with some more back workouts. So close X wide lean and rows, 4 sets, 10 repetitions. This one's a hybrid as well, just like the rest of the others we've done so far. Okay, as always, make sure you're working with bands that are comfortable for you to start with, at least. For this one, you want to start in a leaning position, holding both bands past the handles. Even halfway, on the bands is good. This way you can create tension when, you pull the bands. For the first exercise in this routine right here, you want to do a close grip back row, which you can do by pulling the bands towards your upper abdomen region. So your upper abs is where you want to pull the bands, keeping your hands together.
For the second one, you want to switch to a wide grip and pull the bands until you feel the tension in your back. Squeezing is ultra important. While we're at it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you're new to my channel. Let's get back to it. For the next tip right here, you want to make sure that you maintain the same leaning position throughout for both exercises in the hybrid. So for both exercises, you have to make sure that you're staying in the same position. So for this one, you want to make sure that your elbows flare out when doing the wide lean and rows. So that's ultra important as well. They have to flare out and you squeeze those, back muscles, all of it. Okay, next up here, we've got some wide X single reverse curls. 4 sets, 10 reps each. For this one, you also want to use comfortable resistance bands, and you want to start by grabbing the bands with an overhand grip and in front of your body. So place them in front of your body. Okay, for the first tip, you want to do a single arm reverse curl by alternating curling the band with each arm. So make sure you squeeze the muscle at the top of each lift. You also want to extend your arms for the second one far outward and curl to complete a wide curl. This is how you complete 1 rep of the hybrid. Here's a tip for you guys right here. You want to make sure you're squeezing your bicep for about 1 second before releasing on every single rep. So if you're not squeezing, you're not getting the full range of motion. You have to squeeze your bicep. You have to get as much tension as you can. My final tip for this one right here, maintain the same elbow position throughout both exercises. So you cannot have your elbows flaring all over the place. They can't be dancing all over the place. They have to be in the same position. That's critical. Okay, next up here, we've got some close X wide lean and rows. 4 sets, 10 repetitions each. This one you also want to do with comfortable bands. So for this one, to do it, you have to make sure you're in a seated position and you want to have your legs extended. Wrap the bands around your legs and grab the bands halfway with a close grip to increase the tension. Make sure you're trying to increase the tension on the bands throughout all of these workouts that I'm showing you guys. So for the next tip right here, what you're gonna want to do is, do a close grip seated row by pulling the bands all the way to your abdomen while squeezing your back. So you want to keep your hands close together and then pull them towards your abdomen. For the second one, you want to bring your hands wider along your sides and row again to complete 1 rep of the hybrid. So first of all, you go from a close and then you go to a wide. The next tip I'll give you guys here is make sure you're bringing your elbows as far back as you can and squeezing your back for the best results. Alright, for the wide grip variation, pull as far back as you can as well and squeeze and flex your back muscles. So you have to squeeze and flex them on each and every single rep, especially for the back workouts. Okay, for the last workout in this routine, single X double hammer curl with a hold. 4 sets, 6 repetitions. So this is another hybrid, but it's one with a hold. Okay, for my first tip, you want to make sure you're using resistance bands that are comfortable for you, and you want to start by holding bands along your side above the handles for added tension. So hold them in a hammer grip as well. For the next tip, you want to make sure you're doing a hammer curl by pulling the band up in the same way you would, if you had a real hammer. For the second part of the hybrid, you want to do a double hammer curl and hold the tension and squeeze for about 3 seconds to complete 1 rep of the hybrid. So you have to do a single, hammer curl each arm and then do a double hammer curl with a 3-second hold. Okay, for the final tip for this workout, you want to maintain elbow or the same elbow position throughout both exercises. And do not forget this. You only want to take between 45 seconds to 1 minute of break in between each and every single set.
There's a back and a bicep workout you can do anywhere as long as you have access to some resistance bands. You don't even need a door to, use a door anchor or nothing like that. It's all with just the resistance bands right there. So I hope you guys found this useful. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do already, man. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to my channel. I'm telling you right now, turn on notifications so you're one of the first to know when I drop a new video. If you want to see some more videos like this one, make sure to check out the video on the screen right now, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. It's your boy Midas, and I'm out of here, man.